And I'm also going to take this off the table. So y'all know if y'all have any questions, y'all just blow me up. All right. So we're going to focus on this right here. Let's see who just signed in. Hello, Chanel. How you doing? Very. All right. But here we go. So when we look at this market, Miss Jacqueline, when you see this Kijun right here, what is it telling you right off the bat?
It's rangy and it's flat.
Right. So immediately we already know the market's in a range. And just by looking at the candles, you could tell the market's in a range between this point and this point here. So we already know it's in a ranging market. All right. So we don't need to draw the box, but it helps us identify how big the range is. Okay. So since we know when the blue line goes flat, we're in a range automatically. So that's already a check. One thing here that we need to realize, where is the price in relationship to support and resistance? So let's go ahead and put that back on. Oh, there we go. Put it off. So I'll put this back on here. So when we look at the market, where is the price related to as far as the top and bottom on here? Would you say this is more in the middle of the market, or is it closer to the top or the bottom here? The current price.
It's in the middle.
Right. And we know we don't really want to trade all the time in that middle area because it's dangerous in here. Now, since this is a flat Kijun, we could, change the rules there, because we do know a flat Kijun represents what? Bert, what does a flat Kijun also represent? If price is on it. Bert, you there? Okay, I'll just pick on you, Miss Jacqueline. So, Miss Jacqueline, what do we know that Kijun could also represent instead of just?
It could it represent support or
correct.
resistance? Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
So it could represent support or resistance. So, in this case, what is it? What is price doing? Is it above or below it?
It looks like price is above it.
Right. So this Kijun is going to be
support.
Correct. All right. So since we have that as support, let's look at some other things here. What else do we notice about this market? It's very subtle, but it's in plain sight, but it's subtle. And I'll give you this one because this is a tricky one. The market's making higher lows. All right. So we draw a trend line here. Oop. Let's zoom in a little bit. Market is making higher lows. So this is the low. This is a higher low and another higher low here. And also, we could see that the market is also making higher highs as well. So we could see that the market is making somewhat of a channel here, correct? So how will we participate in this market? We will look for a breakout and a retest, and then a move to the downside, or a move to a newer high, which is back to this range up here. All right. So this is one way that we could look at this market. We just don't know what's going to happen yet because we don't have a definitive answer. What are we looking for here to get that answer, Miss Jacqueline?
Well, we're looking for price to break that trend line.
Okay, let me be more specific.
Okay.
What is going to signify that move in that direction? And what's going to signal that to us to even
price action?
Yes, price action. So we're going to look for price action at this area for either like a bearish engulfing candle underneath here for the breakout, or we're going to look for a bullish engulfing or some type of pattern or hammer that's going to take us to the upside. So we don't have none of those signs yet here. So still we have no trade. So let me go ahead and do that. No trade yet. There's no indication on what to do here. So since this is the hour chart and this is a flat Kijun, so we may want to look at the, actually we want to focus on the 15-minute time frame for this particular move. So let's do this. Put a line there. Make this only visible to the lower time frames. And there we go. What's up, Frank? How you doing? All right, there we go. So if we look at this market, this is our Kijun line. We see price. Oh, let me also do this real quick as well. All right, there we go. Perfect. So we go back to that 15-minute chart. Now you see it a lot more cleaner on this time frame, right? So we could actually get a Kijun bounce here. All right. So when we look at the Kijun on the based off this chart, we see that Kijun is above price, right? So what is this suggesting right now? Since Kijun is above price in here, any guesses? Anybody?
It says bullish. I mean bearish.
Right. So this is a bearish right here, just based off this this 15-minute Kijun. But remember this: we're going off the hour time frame because what overrides this here? Only one word, well, two words, but one thing overrides this, and it's the candles. What candle? What do we have to get? And Miss Jacqueline, you had said it. What do we have to have here?
Price action.
Yeah, right. So we have to have price action here. Do we?
I got a question. Why is it bearish if it's above the price?
It's below price. This is the Kijun that I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's above the price.
It's below. Well, this is above price, but when the price is below the Kijun, this is a bearish market. That's
okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, I get it. The price.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're going based off Ichimoku rules. Right?
Okay.
All right. So here, when we see this is our Kijun line based off the hour time frame. We're looking for two things here. We're looking for price action on the 15-minute time frame to confirm our next move, because we know two things that could happen here. We have consolidation here. What two things could happen in this bubble at this Kijunsen level? Let's go. Bert, pick somebody. Pick on somebody, Bert.
I'm gonna call Frank. Is
All
Frank
right.
new?
He's been here for a minute.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, I just got here. What was the question?
So we know that this is our Kijunsen line based off the 1 hour time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
confirmation are we looking for? Oh, actually, no. What are we looking for to happen at this level? All right. Name two things that could happen here specifically.
The price could bounce up towards the up,
Right. So we could get something like this, or
or it could break through downwards and ruin our accounts.
right. I like how you say ruin our account. Yeah, exactly. So we could get either or. So here's the thing though. Here's the last part of the question. What are we waiting for specifically to make our decision in this area?
Looks like it's ranging there, so maybe I guess break through a specific price. I'm guessing where that fractal is there.
Okay, that's okay. You could use the fractal, but what will really solidify us getting into this market? let's see. Let me see how I can word this to you. So for us to even think about entering this, we know that it could bounce to the upside or break to the downside, but what is that called specifically?
Price action.
Yes, we're looking for price action once again. So we're trying to get a read on the candles. What is the candles going to tell us how to enter this market? So here's the last phase of this question. Give me two candlestick formations that you will look for to go to the downside, and give me two candlestick formations that you will look to go to the upside.
Okay, so upside, the dragonfly doji,
Okay, good answer.
or mm, bullish engulfing.
Okay, I like that answer. And what about to the downside? What would we look for?
Let me see. I'm trying to remember the names. Somehow I knew this was gonna come up today. Somehow I knew you were gonna ask me this today. Hold on, let me pull out some resources here.
All right, take your notes. Get your notes out.
Okay, the gravestone doji.
All right, gravestone.
Outside of it.
Gravestone here, would it be really as accurate?
To break down.
Unless you're zoning it, then yeah. But right now, this isn't a downtrending market, so you can't really use a gravestone here.
Okay, what about bearish engulfing?
Okay, bearish engulfing, yes.
Okay, that's an easy one. That was the easy one. And then the inverted hammer.
Yes, you could use an inverted hammer here.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be a good one as well. And you wouldn't really want to call it inverted hammer. You would call it a shooting star, if anything here. So a shooting star.
Okay, so shooting star is a bearish one. Okay.
Yeah. Because remember, an inverted hammer happens at support. And then if you get another one at the top, that could be a shooting star or a hanging man.
Okay. Wait, so that's not support right there?
Oh, this is support.
Okay.
All right. So when we look at this market now, do we have any opportunity here yet based off the 15-minute chart?
I don't think so.
No, not yet. Well, we might, depending on how this candle closes, because it looks like it's got to be a bearish engulfing.
True.
But it closes in 45 seconds. And we know that this market it could literally go back right here at the last 2 seconds. So what do we want to do? We want to wait on this, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it's gonna keep going to the side a little bit longer.
Right. So this is actually an opportunity that looks like it's presenting itself right now, you guys. I would be patient and cautious because you know how XRP is. So let's go ahead and start looking at other components now. This is going to be our Kijun break strategy that we were talking about. So let's go ahead and put the other components on. All right, so let's break it down slowly. What did we just get? Frank, good job. I appreciate you, man. You did good. Frank, pick on the next person.
Okay, Chanel.
All right, Chanel, you're up.
Okay.
All right, what do we have here? Right.
It's a bearish cross.
Right. So we have a bearish TK cross here.
Mm-hmm.
This is underneath here, right? So
Yes.
we could probably start looking possibly to go this way, according to this.
True. Okay.
All right. So what we want to do next, this is what we're doing. We're slowly going to add the components on here. So let's not add the next one. I'm not done with you, Chanel, so don't go nowhere. So Chanel, would you think this is safe to take to the downside just yet? Pay attention to the Chiku span. What is Chiku span telling us here?
The Chico span is going up, but I remember you saying something about an A formation. So I don't know. It's starting to face up now.
Well, it's only following the direction of the price, but did Chiku span cross through the price?
Oh no, yes it did.
Right. So is it above or below price?
Below.
Right. So this is more what?
It's bearish.
Right. So this is
Okay,
more
yeah.
bearish right now than bullish.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, price action overrides everything. So because we're still at this Kijun level, nothing spectacular has happened here yet. All right. We don't have full confirmation. And if we're gonna go lower, we have to break that bear fractal here anyway. And we haven't gotten that. So we don't have any true indication on where it's gonna go yet. Now, if you look at this current candle that's forming, what is this candlestick formation? Chanel?
Um, did you just say it?
I didn't say anything. I just asked what is this candlestick for? These two candles here.
I'm not sure. 1 second.
Right there.
A piercing line.
Yes. And
Okay.
I can't and don't say it's a piercing line just yet because
Okay.
oh dang man, that's a bullish engulfing. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, this candle has not closed yet. You still got a whole 11 minutes for this candle to close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anything could still literally happen here. All right. So you want to you see how it got rejected? You got to be patient, wait for that candle to close. Especially on the lower time frame because it could give you so many signals. You got that bearish signal, but yes, we could start looking for bearish opportunity, but we have to make sure our confirmation is legit. We don't have legit confirmation yet. So we're
Okay.
just going to wait for probably the next 30 minutes or so to really get an indication on where this market is going to go. So something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I am going to go over psychology today and how to make sure y'all are taking money out of the market, because I noticed one thing that y'all are doing as well is not making withdrawals when y'all make profits, and that's a no. You need to treat this like a business, you guys, and it's when it comes down to that. I was talking about this a little bit on Tuesday, but I'm gonna go into a little more today. So make a trading plan for yourself when it comes to withdrawing your money. So let's say you start your account with $50 the first week and say you don't want to withdraw nothing until probably like towards the end of the month. You have your own rules. When you start accumulating money, make some rules like you take maybe like 20% out of your account or 35. For myself, I take 35% out of my account to make a withdrawal. So, like I said, treat it like a business. Say like when you were working the 9 to 5, you were getting your check every 2 weeks, right? So maybe every 2 weeks you want to pay yourself what you made from the market, or every Friday, since that's your day to kick it, do whatever you want. You make your withdrawals on Friday and get your pay on Friday, depending on how you do your withdrawal. If you do Bitcoin, it's pretty much the same day. So you got to understand that when it comes to making these withdrawals, you don't want to not take money that you made out of the market. You want to take money that you made out of the market. You want to make sure you're paying yourself what you are due, right? Does this make sense to you guys so far?
Yes.
because it's
Yeah.
it's like you're working in vain if you don't make no withdrawal. And you don't want to work for free, right? You want to get paid for your work. Nothing wrong with working for free. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying when it comes to this game, you want to pay yourself and you want to make sure that you're making withdrawals from your account. All right. So I want to go over a plan with y'all. Because I know everybody's style is different. I know some of y'all trade, twice a day or every day. Some of y'all only trade once a week or maybe twice a week. But I want y'all to understand that it's not a race. It's about quality over quantity. Okay. And the more quality trades that you take, obviously the less that you're going to be involved in the market unless you just are good at spotting good trades all the time. But that's pretty hard to do. But if you do find them, then hey, you're just blessed. But when we look at this, you want to look at it as you want to look at it as, first of all, I'm doing this. This is going to be my way of living, my way of making income, until you could use this to invest into different avenues of different streams of income. You always want to have a game plan when it comes to making your withdrawals. And Chanel, just to go back to what we were talking about earlier, you see that candle, how it was a piercing line, and you see that rejection here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. This is saying that we don't want to go. We may not want to go any higher than this. We don't know. We still got 7 minutes left because it could still easily shoot back up. But if we're looking at this, Chanel, and I'm gonna go back into what I was saying. If we're looking at this right now, say it closes as this candle, what likely are you to do here? Would you short this market? Would you long this market based off the signals that you're seeing here?
I'll take it going down
Right. And why is that?
because everything is pretty much saying it's good to go. The Chiku span is going down. That candle right as of now is kind of, it's basically saying it's going down.
Right.
Um, the Chiku span and the Kijun is far apart from each other, and
Well,
also the
this part doesn't matter, but this right here is what you're concerned with.
yeah,
So the TK cross.
and yeah, the TK cross, and then also it's about to pass the line anyways, going down. So
And this is our key descent on the 1 hour time frame. All right. So
yeah,
this is more like, oh, there we go, right there. Still,
so
still could get faked out. Don't get twisted. It could still be a fake out. Just
mm-hmm.
jumping the gun. But you see here that we're doing a live trading session right now. Well, and I'm showing you live how this is working. We had three
Okay,
conversations here.
1 second. Camera, turn it down, please. And so hypothetically, you wouldn't jump in right at this moment, would you?
Now, if
Because
you're aggressive, yes, but if you're conservative, no.
okay, especially not on the 15, right? Because
Right, because we don't know what's gonna happen here, and also that candle has not closed yet. It could still be it could close as indecision, or it could close as a buying candle. You just don't know yet.
okay, because it can go down and tap the diagonal line again, and then go down.
Right, and here's another thing that could happen, and it has happened before. Like, say if you jump in now, it goes all the way down here, right? And you're like, hey, I'm in a good trade, and then it says, I got you. Goes right back up. So you'll be looking silly here because you entered here. Let's say it closed like right here. right here. Let's say this. Okay, let me redo that. That's not a good example. Oh, you see that how that played? So let's say you entered in right here, right? And let's say this wick is going to represent the market going down, and it's going to be a full body at this point. But let's say the candle start going back up, and it closed out up here like this. And now, who's more in control here from this candle? And wouldn't this be a what candle would this be if they close? Because you entered in here, it came all the way down, but it pushed all the way back up.
Is it a bullish engulfing?
Well, no, that's definitely not bullish engulfing.
Oh.
Because it's a wick, and then you have this candle right here. This would be the body. This is the wick. Uh, ask for a lifeline. Who you want to be your lifeline? If we
I
have,
need a lifeline. Somebody, anybody,
yeah.
help me out.
So who
What
wants
is
to help Miss Chanel out right here?
what is the name of that candle?
Hammer time.
Well, hammer time. Well, you could call that a hammer. You could call that a hammer. But look at the length of the body. I mean, the length of the wick versus the body. This is more likely to be what instead of that?
Would that be a pin bar?
Yeah, you could call. Yeah, that's definitely a pin bar. Definitely is a pin bar.
Oh, Dragonfly.
Yes, sir. Dragonfly Doji. That will push the market up, and then everybody
Yeah.
you will get hella mad right
Yeah.
if that happened. That's what happened to us that one time on XRP. It dropped so hard, and then it came right back up, and we were just like, "What happened?" And then the market just said, "It just did this here, just went up." Yeah, so you got to be patient for these candles because they could give you so many different scenarios if you're not patient. But this is the Kijun break or bounce strategy that I'm showing you guys. So far, it's looking more like a Kijun break based off the 1 hour time frame. But like I said, you want to wait. If you want to further this, let's look at what the market is saying here with the RCI. Okay, so what is RCI telling us? Chanel, pick somebody.
Let's see. Jade.
Not Jade. How Jade just hopped in here, try to be quiet. Jade, where
Hey,
you?
I knew you would pick with me. I want.
Uh-oh.
All love.
what's up?
All love.
You gotta stay ready. You know how I do it in here. You gotta stay ready.
Got you.
All right. So thank you, Miss Chanel. Okay, Jade, you're up. So Jade,
Yes,
what
sir.
is RCI telling us? We know this is our current trend. We know this is the main trend, and we know this is our signal. So just going off our purple and green line, what is the market telling us right now?
Off the purple and green line. Purple and green line. So the market is telling me that is definitely bearish.
Right.
So don't really go in for this particular trick. Well, I don't know. I don't see the chart, but it definitely just crossed. We're not going off the red line, right?
No.
All right. Look like you just don't know what to do, but it's definitely going down.
Okay, yeah, it's more likely going down right here because the current trend is underneath the zero, suggesting that the market is bearish. It is bullish sentiment overall, but we see that that's starting to change right here. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we have any, divergence at all. Okay, I want to see if I could spot this. So market is moving sideways, right?
Right. Consolidating.
Right. Consolidating, correct. Let's do that. So if we look at the ultimate oscillator, what is it doing here?
Consolidating.
I wouldn't say consolidating. Look, really pay attention to what it's doing. Let's do this. Let me do this, okay? Let me draw this out for you. What's happening here?
Has a lower low.
Right, it's getting lower each time. So this is suggesting what? That there's what?
Bears in the market.
It's suggesting that there's some divergence here, right?
Oh.
So when we look at this, this is hidden divergence. So the market's moving sideways while the oscillator is moving down. So this is saying that the market may start pushing lower here. And we're about to find out in a few minutes because of what it's looking like here. Everything is underneath the Tinkinson and the Kijun right now. Chiku span, let's mark it. Chiku span's underneath. Price is underneath the Kijun. We have a bearish TK cross. Yeah, this is looking like it wants to do this. And then when we look at the ultimate oscillator in the RCI, it's suggesting that the market may push down as well. So right now, we just have to be patient here and see how this candle closes in the next 12 minutes. All right, so we're literally having a live trade right here. We just don't know what it's going to do yet. I'm in favor of this market going lower. I might actually put in a sell, but I want to be, pretty spot on that this is going to go down. And Big Money Bert, how will we find our targets for this one? What will we use in this? What method could we use here?
In that in that instance, you could either use the Tinkinson bounce Tinkinson bounce,
Yeah, right.
or you could it might bounce right. It's a possibility it could bounce right there. If it doesn't, even if it closes right there, it still has to close underneath that range.
Mm-hmm.
So it could possibly Tinkinson bounce, or see, that's the 15. Yeah, see, it's jetting down, but it hadn't closed yet. What time? How much long we got for it to close?
A whole 11 minutes.
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you see it just shot back up and keep. It's ignorant
It could
at this point.
11 minutes too.
You see what it just did,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the candle next to it. It's even though it shot all the way down, it became a spinning top.
Right.
And so, this is a hard one. You
Right.
got to wait this one out.
Right.
You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait this one out, man, because it's so. Even with the C clamp on, it's like if you look at the 4 hour. I was just looking at the 4 hour, and the 4 hour it gives a little bit better definition to it.
Mm-hmm.
But right here, I wouldn't. I wait for at least for the candle to either move below the range or back up into the range, because it's really and truthfully it's still bounced inside that mother bar, that mother candle.
Right. So let's do this. Remember that Chico Span strategy, y'all? We have the live Chico Span strategy right there. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's see, about right here. Yeah, we'll go here. So we see it's obviously underneath price here. Bert, is this underneath the 0 level? Is bearish here on the RCI?
Yeah, it's saying it's the blue line is immediate, right? Immediate
Right.
price.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So yeah, immediate price says it is bearish.
All right. And let's see ultimate oscillator. Is it underneath the 50?
Yeah, there.
So we might actually start doing this. But
Yeah.
let's look at it a little closer because we're missing one thing, and I'm doing this on purpose. So I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna take this off. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep that on. I want to see if y'all notice it because this is how. Actually, I'm gonna do this right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. Oh, Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a M pattern or a double top,
Yeah.
and double tops could be slanted. A lot of people don't know that, but
Yeah.
this is the tricky part about the market. And then, if y'all really want to get nitty gritty, it could be a cipher.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go into that one right now. That one's gonna mess y'all's heads up.
Yeah, that's too advanced. That's past me.
I don't like teaching those because there's a lot of questions and I'm like, oh God. like I don't know how to explain this because this one here, I just know it. but
but how it's moving, it's still, but if you go back to the was the RCI?
yeah, RCI.
Yeah. If you go back to the RCI, notice the green line.
Yep. That's
It ain't
why
never broke. It ain't never broke. And and so really and truthfully what I think it is they trying to trick us out.
right.
So because the green line won't go down.
Right. All right. So
So
let's add the last two components here. Let's put it all together. Let's put these in. All right. So we're looking at the cloud now. So what is the cloud telling us here?
Cloud is saying that we're actually bearish. I mean bullish.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
this is what? This cloud represents what?
It represents bull market.
No. What's the other? Well, yes, you're right. Correct. Yeah, that's
yeah. Come on.
But what could it also act as?
Support.
Yes, that's it. It could also act as support. So we could still bounce to the upside from here.
Yeah, do a Kumo bounce. That's what I caught last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because if we look at it like this is why patience is very stressed. So here, look at that. Tricky. That's how big players look at the market. So we have to wait. That's why I said we have to wait at least 30 minutes to really see where the market's trying to go. Because we could get a bounce here, then boop, start moving up.
And it can go all the way to the bottom of the cloud and bounce.
Yeah. And if it does that, then this thing is more likely going to start going down.
With this XRP, I don't know, man. Because you remember last time we actually had a bounce like that before.
Now I'll say this: if it goes to the upside from here, say if we get a bullish candle, Chiku span is gonna be in good position to move higher. Because look at this, which would take us about right here. Well, no, right in here. And it could still come up to here anyway. Yeah. So this is why you have to have patience. Patience is it is key to a lot of things in life, not just trading, but business, relationships, your prayer life, because patience is very much needed in all aspects of your life. Doesn't matter what you do in life. Patience is always going to show its face somewhere in your life. All right. So now that we got that part out of the way, let's go ahead and get this out. Actually, no, I'm going to actually leave those on here just because. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what the market is saying on the 4-hour one more time. All right. So when we look at this market on the 4-hour time frame, let me get rid of this real quick. All right, there we go. All right, so we have to break it down for, because remember, we always have to go by the higher time frames, correct? So the market actually just got back into equilibrium right here. Okay. We have a, what is going on right here? Frank, what is going on right here? Actually, no, Ruan, you have not said nothing today.
Wow.
I just realized you've been quiet. So Ruan, where you at?
Yeah. So it'd be the cloud twist for a bearish cloud.
Right. So we have a bearish cloud twist here, and we got market back into equilibrium right here. So when the market is back in equilibrium, what is that telling us?
That we're unsure.
No. When it's telling us that we could start looking for a trading opportunity again.
Oh, okay.
So let me actually do this. Let me take this off, and let me take the clouds off as well. So I want to make sure y'all understand the importance of these the red and blue line. So Bert, what is the relationship between the red and blue line?
Sorry, I'm trying to get myself off mute. It's love-hate relationship.
Love-hate relationship. Who has a love-hate relationship?
Oh, Joker and Harley Quinn.
Right. So these two act like Joker and Harley Quinn. All right. So you see here, they're tight with each other. I don't know what happened here, but they start drifting apart here, and they got mad at each other, and then they got back in touch with each other, and now they split apart again. Now they're back in touch. Whenever you see this is saying that the market is back into equilibrium and it's ready to trade this market. All right. So whenever you see this type of market here, it's telling you it's ready to go. Also, actually, you know what, you guys, this is actually more in favor of going down right here. This is in favor of coming down. That's a gravestone too.
Yeah, I seen that.
Ooh, I wonder how far this thing's about to drop then. But we still got a whole 3 hours. It could come down here, then come right back up.
True.
You know it's true. Like, look here, it came all the way down. Said, so,
All right.
and then even here, it came all the way down, came all the way. Yeah. So that could literally happen with this candle in the next 3 hours, or let's say in the next 2 hours, it comes all the way down here. But in 1 hour, it comes all the way back up.
Yeah, and it has done that.
It has done that before. So it's just a matter of figuring out what it's going to do. But in this sense, it's saying more likely this may start looking to the downside. Let's see. Let's take that off. So it did cross there. That is a bullish cross. If we look at this, I'm pretty sure this was inside the cloud. Let me see. So yeah, that was inside the cloud, giving us a medium signal. But even though that's a medium signal, everything is still bearish. We point here. Bearish underneath the price. This candle by itself was bearish. So once we get a breakout of this Kumo, we could see this starting to happen. Maybe something like this. And then they drop down lower. Just giving y'all an idea of what could happen here. I don't know. You never know what the market's going to officially do, but you have an idea of what it's going to do. And also, here's another thing that we overlooked here. Let's take off the cloud for a second. I want to know who's going to spot this first. So everybody, look at this area right here. We're going to focus on just this area. What is going on in this area? I want to see if somebody could spot what's happening here.
That'd be the 3 soldiers set up.
Where you see that?
There.
You see it? Yeah, that's a 3-soldier setup, but I'm talking about the overall setup.
Oh, okay.
Wedge.
Wedge.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wasn't expecting wedge, but that's a good one. Let's see. So we do this. And I wouldn't say wedge. Well, you could probably say wedge, but it's more like an ascending triangle.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. Another thing, something else. I'm looking for something else.
What, P?
Mm-mm. It's so simple. Very simple. Y'all are forgetting one thing. Y'all are forgetting to look at the fractals. We said it earlier.
The double top.
Yes, a double top. We're just seeing a bigger double top on the higher time frame. It could move sideways then down. But yes, this is a double top. All right. Always pay attention to these fractals, y'all. The fractals gives you clues to the market. You just notice. And another thing where you can find your trades is at those fractals levels too. This was a Kijun bounce and also a fractal level. So we know this is a solid level of support, correct? I mean resistance, correct? Resistance. Look, it came back to the same spot. And the market rejected it. All right. So if we do come back a third time and it rejects again, this is going to be a triple top, which is a really strong indication of the market moving lower. All right. But we don't have that yet. We're just going by what the market's giving us currently. And right now, the market is currently saying it wants to go lower. All right. And you see here, there it goes. It just broke. Oh, yeah. This thing's coming down now. Chiku span just broke through the Kumo here. And then also look what's going on with the Kijun. What's going on with Kijun, y'all?
Pointing downward.
Right, it's pointing down. So if it's a steep angle, which will be something like this, then we'll get a strong move to the down. So it'll probably look something like this. So we'll probably get a strong push like that. All right. Now, we're still going to wait because we're still in support in here. And also, and this is why I say y'all really got to understand patience in this game. Because look, let's take off the cloud for one brief moment. And we're going to do this. It's a zone. Y'all see that? So we could have traded that and taken our profit down in here because we don't know what's going to happen inside the zone yet. Right? So we're looking for opportunity in the zone. This is why you got to mark up your charts. You got to mark up your charts. Everybody getting this so far? Everybody's following?
Yes.
Yep.
So now we could look at the market like this now, and we already have everything set up. So now we could play according to what we see now. Now we could play price action at this level now. So now we're ready to trade. If we break this zone, we know we're going to the next zone. We get a price action here, we're going up. You got to make your trading simple. And also remember what I said about the market. I said if we're gonna break here, what's gonna end up happening? We're gonna come here, consolidate, break. After that break, we might have a retest. So we're gonna get in on the retest if this is gonna go lower, and then we'll see this happen, right? Oh, never get in on the first impulse because most of the time the market likes to come back, make sure it tests that level to make sure, and then if it holds true, then you take it. Okay, so we're not gonna jump the gun yet. We're still gonna wait. And the reason why we're gonna wait because we're going basically off the higher time frame, the 4-hour chart. So the next 4 hours, we're gonna see how the 4-hour candle closes. Because if we look at it now, looks like it's engulfing here for sure. So we want to see how the 4-hour candle closes to confirm this move. And if it closes like this, we're taking this all the way down. All right. Actually, 15-minute. Actually, this market looks pretty strong. So it looks like it's actually going to start moving all the way lower. But y'all see how effective this is? This was the Kijun breakout. You just got to start learning how to be confident in what you see. You know, even despite this, if you're going to get in here, you may want to also look at the 5-minute too. Look at the 5-minute. See how the 5-minute is looking? Let's take these zones off really. Actually, yeah, let's take these zones off real quick. So this was our Kijun level here. Wow, yeah, this was a good setup. So right here, look how close and how tight they are, Kijun and Tinkinson. Look at this market here. This was a strong breakout. So had we entered in the trade just now, we would have made at least 1.30%. And not just that, we would have made at least 37.9 pips right there. So we would have made 37 pips just now. And that took how many minutes to make that much money? We got in right there. It would have literally took us 35 minutes to make 1.30%. And depending on your lot size, y'all know how much money you can make. All right. Everybody following so far?
Yes.
I know there's 80 y'all on here. I need some more yeses. Everybody following?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the following.
All right, good. All right, I'll assume everybody else is following too. All right, so now, Bert, if we look at this market, are we going to hold here or are we going to see how this candle closes? Because you see, I want to see if you notice it because I think you might notice it. Because we talked about this on the higher time frames, but you may see it here too. What are you seeing with the Kijun and Tinkinson in the price right now?
It look like it's starting to look like the Keys and Tinson are starting to curve,
Right.
and look like it's might be printing a let me see. Yeah, it look like it's about to print a, if it closes like that, it's gonna print a dragonfly.
Right.
So that means it's gonna pull back.
Right. And so remember the rules of the Tinkinson.
Yeah.
If the price holds at the Tinkinson, what does that mean?
If it holds at the Tinkerson, oh, it's gonna bounce back.
Right. It's saying that's it's a strong trend, right?
Right.
Right. So this is how we know that the market it could potentially be a strong trend, but we haven't got that confirmation yet. And also notice here Kijun and Tinkin went flat, so we may actually pull back up to this level to see if it's a strong market, and then see if we could get a move to the downside right here. So this is just putting it all together. If this is a strong trend and we like to catch this trend, we want to catch it right here, or at least at the Kijun. And we already talked about the market going lower. So we're looking for this market to go lower. And we also see a potential N wave here. Actually, I already made that N wave here. If we're looking at this, but if we're looking for the next N wave, the next N wave is going to happen like this, somewhere in here, maybe even up back up here, but maybe right here if it's a strong trend. There we go. All right. So right now it's just a waiting game. If anything, what I would do, I'm gonna just put an alert right here, see if we get back to this level. So when you see stuff like this, you don't want to, stay at the charts. You just want to set your alert. See, now the alert's already made. So if we do come back to this price, I know that I can start looking for a potential move here. I will either wait for price action to give me a signal that the trend is going to continue down, or wait for price to break up and see if price is going to start reversing back higher. All right. Because look what could happen here. Like we said earlier, about right in here. Actually, no, that's far. That's too far. This is actually probably going to continue to go lower. So it's just all a matter of putting it all together. And you see how this market's looking here. You see that? It's time to put that trade in. You see how tight they are, Bert? You know what that means.
Yeah, it's gonna fall for man.
Mm-hmm. So we just saw this all live and we put it all together live. All right. And we know that when we see Tinkerson and Kijun tight like that, you always do what, Bert?
Oh, wow.
Yep. Exactly.
Put the trade in.
You always take it.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what is going on with XRP right now. I don't know if some news just dropped. I really don't know. But if some news did just drop, that news is definitely moving the market for XRP.
And you see, they just got entangled.
It did.
Wow.
So this might actually be a hard drop.
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but we'll see. Should wait till this candle closes, but I don't know. This is gonna be a fun one. I would say when this candle closes, look for your move, which is in 48 seconds anyway. But I'm more in favor of this moving lower, just based off the Tinkerson and Kijun. Any questions so far? Concerns, comments, thoughts?
Yeah, you look at the cloud. The cloud's pointing down too.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is pointing down.
Oh yeah.
Dramatically.
Dramatic. They like XRP dramatic.
Yeah.
XRP is actually, if I was to compare XRP and also the peso, I think XRP is more dramatic.
Way more dramatic.
Way more. I've never seen nothing so dramatic. I said, bruh, this here don't make no sense. But yeah, you see there, starting to flatten out. So we're looking for a trade here. If it's a strong trend, this will bounce off Tinkerson. We'll see a move to the downside. So we'll wait for the next 5 minutes and see how price is going to respond here. I'm in favor of this lean going to the downside, especially looking at that 4-hour time frame. But we will see. We know how this market acts. We know how it wants to do all the time. Another thing that we could observe. Let's do this. Market is moving lower here. Let's clone this one. Let's see. Market is. Yeah, this could be our move here. Could be. Not saying that it is. It could be. We could actually start moving lower here, maybe bounce up, move lower, or come straight down, which will take us to 20 cents. If that's the case, always see. About right there. Yep, that would take us down to 20 cents, 21 to 20 cents if we come back down to here, which would be about a damn 824 pips, and that's 28.21%.
Oh.
So this could be the move right now. And this will make more sense only for one reason. And I'll say why. Hold on. Let me show y'all the daily chart real quick. Why this is very possible. So we are still bearish on the daily time frame. Market is not in equilibrium yet. You see? So if markets, if this is what I think is gonna happen, which seems more likely right now, seems like the Kijun is gonna come down while this is starting to move lower, and then the market will get back into equilibrium here while it's down in this area. So it's just gonna be a waiting game if you're playing the bigger picture, but it looks like this is where we're heading, down in here. What do you guys think? Y'all think we're heading down this way, or y'all think it's just a play?
I don't know. The market, like the whole market, seems to be moving down right now. So I'm guessing it's going down.
All right.
Well, XRP, you don't really know, bro.
For real though. XRP be that one.
Yeah. 1 minute is going down, next minute it shoot clean to the moon.
100%.
Blow your account.
And won't even think twice about doing so either.
Then go back in the direction it was supposed to go in.
Exactly. But I'm gonna lean towards this going down for now, especially because we got a Chiku span breakout here. That's bearish. We got a bearish Chiku span breakout here. That's very bearish. This is a bearish Chiku span. Let's see that other. Let's see like the 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame is thinking. We got a Kijun break in. Wait a minute. And then we have, what is this here? Hold on a second. Wow, that's fake. That's foolishness right there. Well, this is a bearish engulfing. Oh yeah, this is coming down. Look at that. You see that? Great stone doji in support. Yeah, this is coming down. And then Chiku Span's about to break. Where is he at, Chiku? Yeah, Chiku Span's right here about to break out right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is wild. See, this is it. This system really forces you to be patient because, and you see Chiku Span stuck in all here anyway. So this really told you don't even touch this market. So I'm definitely, me personally, I'm leaning towards the downside. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the downside. This is gonna be interesting how this is gonna play out though. But I'm more towards the downside for this right now. Like just yesterday, y'all know how I was bullish on this. It's crazy how the information changed because I was bullish right here, and the market did go up. But then we had this candle, and I think I had said something about this right here, and then the market changed and went up again, and then came back down. So it is bearish. This is a bearish engulfing candle anyway. So this market is going to start pushing lower. If we're going to look for targets as well, What is that? These could be potential targets too. Because remember, I said it could come here and come back up and then down. Overall target is here, but these are targets in the meantime. Because you remember, you have many N waves in the market. See, 1 to 1, maybe even down here, maybe back up, and then down like that. We never know. That's the thing. We never know what the market is going to do. We just try to get scenarios so we can play it out. But right now, this market is in favor of going lower. It definitely is looking like it wants to push to the downside, especially if this breaks on the 4-hour time frame. What's going to end up happening is going to be a Kumo breakout on the 4-hour time frame, which is a strong bearish indication. And then that would definitely show that the market's true colors is towards the downside. So I'm just telling you guys what I personally just did. I just put in a small sell with a 50-cent lot size. I'm not even going to play around with XRP. I'm just going to put a small trade at 50 cents. So that's what I just did just now. I'm going to be aggressive on this one just because of most of the signs are saying bearish. So
Would this be considered a drop-based drop?
yes, it would, especially if we break this range here. Honestly, the range should be up here. But yes, this would be a drop-based drop, which would mean this would be the move about to this area, and then maybe something like this, and then down. Or we just might get a straight I wave to the downside. You never know. We could get an I wave straight down like that. Or we just might come here to our next level of our next zone, which is here. Come in here, push up, and then down. We shall see though. Or come here. May want to look to take profit in here or partial profits in here just to say you got something. But it's just going to be a waiting game just to see what really truly happens there. But like I said, I'm in favor of this market coming down. Most of the signs are saying but bearish. Any questions so far? Concerns or thoughts on this? Or opinions? Like everybody, and when it comes to trading, you have to have your own opinion. Don't just take my thought bias, because I could still be wrong, but just based off what I'm seeing, I'm pushing bearish. Like if you see anything differently, then let me know, and then we could talk about this.
I had seen on the 4-hour, I thought it looked like it was the beginning of a what's called a cross, a bullish cross on the TK,
Right.
but price action rules. So, but again, you know how XRP price action is, man.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's 4 hours for it to act stupid.
Right. 4 hours is a lot of time for XRP to act stupid.
Exactly.
That's plenty.
So I know, right? So again, I don't know at this level of the market, but like I said, on the 4 hour, it looked like a bullish cross,
Mm-hmm.
and on TK. So don't know.
Right. I'm gonna just say this: we will see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just say this: if we do drop down to 20 cents, I'm gonna be happy on this trade. Because we know that a 50-cent trade on XRP is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That could literally go from a $60 account to $900 to play with.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna just wait this out. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna keep y'all posted, and I'm gonna say, oh, I took a loss, or oh, look at this, I took a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know yet. I'm going in favor of the Bears, though. All right, Lord, become a bear right now. You know how Elisha sent those two bears after those 42 kids?
Yeah.
I need the bears to come with it. I need the bears to come with it right now. Oh man. So right now it went from -7 to now it's at to -$1.60. So almost in profit, but we ain't in profit, so it don't really matter. All right, so let me see. Let me show y'all. Okay, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all one more time the importance of the Tinkerson and Kijun, because just because it may be a bearish or bullish cross does not necessarily mean, that you should take a bearish or bullish trade. It could also tell you the market is getting back into equilibrium, like I was discussing. So let's do this real quick. Let's rewind back in time just a little bit to this particular area. All right. So we're going to focus on this area. And let's point out a few things here. So at one point, Harley Quinn and Joker were fighting. Tinkerson and Kijun were fighting. And, they drifted apart. So Miss Jacqueline, actually, no, who haven't I called on yet? Let me see. Okay, Jade's gone. She knows she was about to get called on. Okay, so let's go.
I was gonna say Didi, but we gonna leave her alone.
Yeah, we're gonna leave her alone. All right, Frank. I heard your voice. I heard your mic or something. I don't know if that was you or not. But Frank, I'm asking you:
Mhm.
is the
Okay.
market in equilibrium here? So let's take off the candles. Is the market in equilibrium?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what is meant by equilibrium.
Okay, equilibrium is when the Tinkerson and the Kijun are close together.
Oh, well, okay. In that case, yes.
Yes. All right, perfect. So
They're
the
about to
market,
be.
yeah, the market's about to be in. So let's play it a little bit. Let's play it slowly. So it's definitely in equilibrium here. So we know that the cloud is very bearish. Chiku Span is trying to get through price, but it's kind of stuck. So, and then also not just that, we know the high. Let's do this. We know the high is right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since we know the high is here, for the market to even go any higher, we have to get above that. And so now the market's in equilibrium. We have to see what the lower time frames are telling us at this area here. So let's go ahead to the hour chart. What do you see on the hour, Frank?
It looks like it's in a zone there
Right.
between that high and that line of support.
Right. So the Kumo is acting as a strong level of support here. We got a whole lot of support in this area. All right. So yes. So if anything, the market's ranging sideways, pretty much. So based off the 4 hour, yes, the market is in equilibrium. So we could potentially start looking for a trade, but we don't see that necessarily on the hour right now. There's no indication saying that we're bearish here. So let's play it a little bit. Well, that definitely gave it away. That happened too quick to even jump in. So maybe we'd have to catch this on like the 15-minute chart. So yeah, you would have to catch this on the 15. So let's go back to the hour real quick. Let's go back to here where we were looking at it. So let's go back to 15. All right, here we go. So looking here on the 15-minute chart, it's saying it's more bearish here, but we wouldn't want to take no opportunity because of what, Frank? Why would we not jump in here yet?
I mean, there's really not a clear direction at this point.
Yeah, one line tells us that. What one line is telling us? If we're looking at just one line, what one line is telling us? We're not even gonna bother with this yet.
Is it the top of the cloud? Because it's flat.
Well, you could say that, but no, we're not looking at that. Just one line, like a line.
The Chiku?
Yeah, Chiku span.
Okay.
Why the Chiku span though?
I mean, it's in the price, and I can't tell if it's pointing up or what it's doing back there. It kind of looks like it's angling up a little bit.
Oh, it is up, but the reason why we wouldn't even touch it still, even if it's up, is because it's stuck in price. If it's in price, you don't want to even bother. You want it to be either like this, above price, or like here below price.
Okay.
So in terms of the Chico span strategy,
Yes.
so Chico span needs to be like coming out of the candle just a little bit, or
Correct. It needs to be above or below the candle. So if you're going to take a buying opportunity here, this is what you need to look for Chiku span. You need to look for Chiku span being right here, which will
okay.
price will be right in this area as well, because it's behind 26 candles.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to
Okay.
look for a potential buying opportunity here. Now you do still have to read the candles, but when it comes to Chiku span, that's how you would want to read it.
Okay.
The stronger the say if it's a bearish cloud, it's gonna be a stronger confirmation if Chiku span's in here. So say if this was Chiku span here, price will be like right here, right? This is saying that the market may want to do this, especially if it breaks this fractal. So if Chiku span broke here or price broke here, yeah, it's definitely coming down. Just because it's giving you more indication that the market's bearish. So let's go ahead and play. Let's see if we can find an opportunity here. So you see that? You see right here, Miss Jacqueline? See that?
I see it.
This would be like looking for a buying opportunity right here. But you want to wait because you still know that this cloud is pretty thick, right?
Okay.
And it's still underneath the price is still underneath this Kumo. So we want to wait here. We know that this is a tricky spot still, even if Chiku span is free. So play. So there. Notice one thing that happened here. If we take, well, we don't really have to take it off, but if we were putting lines here, actually, no, not that line. We're putting lines here. This is resistance, right? We zoom out. That's resistance there. But what happened, Miss Jacqueline, right here?
Resistance.
What's that?
That is. Oh, that's sorry, bearish engulfing.
Right. So we could look for a short here. Even though, Chiku span is still technically in a bullish market, we have price action if price failed to break this high here. So one way you could do it, put your entry there possibly, because this is the low of this candle. Or you could put it at the fractal, don't really matter. But I would put it here because I want to catch as much profit as I can. And I want to keep this, here because the stop loss would be somewhere up here. So let's go ahead and play. So I'm in the trade now. I got triggered in. Pay attention to Chiku span, right? It's about to cut through. And we're really in profit. And we're not just that we're really in profit here. Look at the Kijun and Tinkerson angling down together. We're good. We're solid here. We're good to go. And look here. We do have support in here, so we do have to be cautious. But remember, this is a rally base drop. And we were going off the 4-hour chart. Market's back into equilibrium. So we may see the market come back down to here. So let's go back to the 15. Yeah, that looks pretty strong. Yeah, that was a strong market. So if we look at the price here now, let's put a line at that point. Let's go to 4-hour. Oh, let me do this. All right, let's go back to 4-hour. So yeah, price is now there. Let's go back a little bit more. So we may get a Kijun bounce or a break right there. Let's see. So the bounce. And then our break. All right. So it's just a matter of spotting it. And actually, if we go back, and I'm pretty sure that was a C clamp there.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, because I said something, I missed something. Yeah, there it is right there. Little tricky one. So yeah, you would probably have to catch this on the 5-minute, but I won't go that far. That's too far for me. Like you could go, yeah, you could do that. Your entry would be right here because remember, if we're doing that, you always want to mark the high and the low. And see it broke that high there. Yeah, that was a good C clamp. I wonder if there was divergence too. No, I don't see any. But anyway, that would have been a good setup for that C clamp. So that was a good C clamp there. I missed that. I barely missed that. But let's go ahead and look at the current market. Let's see what's going on. Got so many lines here. I got a lot of lines here. Let me delete some stuff. So far, everything making sense to everybody. Make sure y'all ask questions if y'all got any. This is definitely the time to do so. Yeah, that 4-hour candle's still looking strong. 15. Yeah, it's still looking strong. Yeah, this may come down for a while, especially if we're looking at the bigger picture. And this could be a really strong move to the downside. Bert, you remember what I was telling you about flat Kumos?
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be a start of a really strong downtrend.
Yeah.
Especially if it's at the peak like it is here. Like these are the peaks of resistance. So if this is a true bear market right here, oh yeah, this is gonna be a strong move to the downside. It definitely may get into here. I'd be surprised if it got down to 19. Yeah, I'll be very surprised, but it is XRP, so we don't know.
If it get down to 19, I'm getting some more buys. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Because look at this could be the pattern. This could be the pattern. And we're just gonna play this whole thing. And actually, it could get probably down to 15. That'd be crazy.
Well, like I said again, they're trying to shake everybody out the market.
Right. So I could see that being likely to happen. I feel like this is like a 300 IQ trade setup.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god!
is like a Rubik's cube kind of.
Right. And looking at this market, and you know what's crazy? If this plays out exactly like this, we could say we were the first ones to see this happening.
Mm.
300 IQ trading. We got the smartest group on the planet. I think everybody in here definitely has what it takes to make some moves happen in this market for sure. Everybody sees it. It's just, the confidence is what I'm seeing is not there completely. But I'm seeing some of y'all's confidence grow though.
So those of us with a conservative account balance,
Mhm.
when would be? Could you just maybe confirm would be a good time to get into this trade?
Well, if you were gonna get into this, you should have been got into this.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Yeah, the reason why is excuse me, I was drinking water. You could also we would have to wait, but if there's a pullback to Tinkinson, this is where you want to take it.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. The reason why, if this is a strong trend like we want it to be,
There should be a pullback.
right, a strong trending market holds Tinkinson. And I'll show y'all an example. Let's go to, actually, it doesn't really matter what time frame. I'm actually gonna just take these off. A strong trending market rise to Tinkinson. Look here. This is why I always say, always pay attention to the Tinkinson and Kijunson. But look here. You see how it's riding Tinkinson here? And then you see on the downside, it's riding Tinkinson. And then back on the upside, it's riding Tinkinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios. One noticed him, believed his actions.
I don't know what that is, but but anyway, this is say what?
I don't know. I was just gonna say, what was that?
I don't know. Someone was playing something, but notice here, the stronger the trend is gonna ride Tinkinson. Now it's not gonna look as pretty on the 15 because it is the 15, but let me make this even more clear. So think of the Kijunson as backup, so or reinforcements, right? Rather, so whenever the Kijunson and Tinkinson, or whenever the market's in a strong trend, it's gonna be holding the Tinkinson. But you see here, it broke Tinkinson. Remember this. Remember this rule. All right, because this might save y'all a lot of heartache sometimes. Kijunson is going to be the reinforcement where you look for your second for your opportunity. All right. So if you see it bounce off the Kijun and you like it did, look at it still respecting the Tinkinson riding down. And then here broke Tinkinson, respected Kijun, back into Tinkinson, riding it down. Now, if it breaks both Tinkinson and Kijun, then you have a problem. Always take your trade out when it breaks the Kijun. So really, it told you to hold this trade all the way up to this point, if you look at it. So say if you had entered all the way up here, it told you exit on this candle because this is the only candle that broke Kijunson through that market. From here to here, this is the only candle. All right. Do y'all understand the importance of reading Tinkinson and Kijunson? And honestly, y'all could literally leave just these two on your chart for trading opportunities and trade it just like this. Making sense? No, yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
All right, we got a yes. Okay. And 15 minutes is really not the best time frame to use. You'll get a lot of whipsaw. Um, but if you look at on the higher time frame, look how well the market rides Tinkinson. Look even here. Now, wow, this was a really good one to the downside. Oh yeah, this was a trade that I called for you guys. I didn't realize how strong that move was until I looked at this. But you see how well the market's riding on the Tinkinson. It did break it a couple times, and then it bounced right off the Kijun level. So you're still holding this trade for a long time, actually. And you wouldn't be out of the trade until down here, where it broke both Tinkinson and Kijun right here. So really, dang, that's a long trade. Let me measure that out. So from here to this point, dang, that was 2,825 pips. And that was a 103% move. So Ichimoku told you to hold this trade all the way down to this point. Are y'all understanding how important it is to understand just these two candles? I mean, these two lines alone? Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right, yes, yes. Big money Bert. I know you know. So yeah, the stronger the trend, y'all, it's going to ride that Tinkin. So you don't even have to worry about taking a trade or getting out of the trade unless it breaks Kijun. So you could hold this whole market until up until this point. Or, another way, if you want to play it safe, take out profits when the Kijun goes flat. Now it's up to you because everybody trades differently, but where Ichimoku is literally designed to catch as much profit as possible. And if we look at the RCI from how I don't have that. Okay. If we look at it from this point, this point, actually, yeah, right to here, from here to here, right about here. So from this point, from December, wow, so for 4 days, so the 20th of December all the way to the 24th of December is how long we could have literally held this trade, and actually really right here. So yeah, still the 24th. So from here to here, we could have held that trade from this point to this point.
Wow, that's crazy. In 4 days, could it retire?
And also depending on the lot size too. And that's just using just the two lines. The reason why we could have held this, because RCI also said, hold it, child. You're good. You're good. You see that? You're good. And then right here, you want to take your trade, look to start taking your trade out because price broke the Kijun and the Tinkinson. So you definitely need to get out. Always remember this. If price breaks your Kijun, let's say if you're in a short like this market, and price, as soon as price breaks your Kijun and it's a clean breakout, get out immediately. Do not try to hold it any longer. Take all
So
your profit off the table.
when you said break, do you mean close beneath or just dips down and comes back?
Oh, close. It has to be a close because it could wick. Yeah, it could wick. If it wicks, it don't matter. So you always want to wait for the candle to close. But if it wicks and then it comes back down, you're still safe because that's more likely showing that there might be a potential reversal there that you could catch. But you should start to look to take some profit though, for sure. Let's see what the market is currently saying. Ooh, so this is actually starting to move lower. So this is going to be interesting. Hopefully, I really hope we drop from here because I want to catch that. That'd be a nice chunk of drop right there. Nice chunk of drop. But anyway, do y'all? Okay, so I'm not gonna ask no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just point and y'all say yes or no as a class. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I got it. Who wants to go first?
I volunteer, Miss Jacqueline.
Miss Jacqueline, you are volunteered.
Ooh, Bert.
Right here, Miss Jacqueline. Are you on your computer?
Phone.
Dang it. Ooh, I
I
love you. All right, so Miss Jacqueline,
Mhm.
where will we get out this trade for this particular move? Because we do see that it held here pretty strong, right? So
Yep.
we close out our trade for this one. Let's zoom in a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, there we go. Where are we gonna close our trade out here?
Sorry, so we're starting from where?
We're starting. Okay. Let me do this. So we say we got in here, right? At this
Mhm.
breakout. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
All right. So
Then-
where would we close our position at on this market? Like if we're just using
Right.
the Tinkinson and Kijunson, where are we gonna,
When price crosses Kijunson.
all right, so where did that happen at?
The candle that's just the candle, the last candle to close below Kijunson.
All right, so let's move over. All right, you tell me when. All right, tell me when to stop.
Sure. Oh, it's that candle there.
Here. Perfect.
Yep.
This is exactly where you close because you see here, these made wicks, but this was a close outside. All right, so this is where you're going to take your profit right here. So if that's the case, let's go ahead and here's another thing. Even though it did close here, you may also want to consider closing here too, because look, price action happened up here, which is why this market came down anyway. But this is how you could get out earlier with more profit,
Right.
just to let y'all know.
Well, I gave you the Kumo, Mr. Kumo cloud answer, but the
Right.
Jacqueline would have been where you just the earlier, the other candle.
Right. So you would have closed out with 24.27%, and you would have made at least 1,129 pips. Good job. And you could have got out sooner because of this price action right here.
Yeah, I would have got out sooner because I'm a little more conservative. Like I just want to take my money and run, so I'd get out there.
Right. And then look there, 28.84%. And you gain even more profit at 1,342 pips. So that's even better than this one. So I'm just giving you guys better scenarios for yourself where you could play the market even better than getting in or getting out later so you can secure more of the profits. This is why reading candles is a big, major deal for one. And it's not just a major deal. It helps you, identify to get out earlier than later. So good job, Miss Jacqueline. Okay, Miss Jacqueline, pick on the next person.
As much as I'd like to pick on Bert, I'm gonna go with Chanel.
All right.
Yee.
Miss Chanel. Chanel Bag.
Yes.
I hope you've been listening. You've been quiet. All right, Miss Chanel. Based off this area, so from here to where's the other one? Oh, here, huh? So based on here to here, where are we gonna close our trade at? And are you on your computer?
No, I'm on the phone.
Man, I was gonna get you. All right, so looking here, I just want you to tell me where are we gonna close out this trade. So I'm gonna move over and you just say when, all right?
There.
Here?
Yeah.
Why here?
That's when the things cross.
Okay, that's a good point. But you know, that's a good point. You could say you could do that, but reason why we're gonna get out right here because it violated the Tinkerson and the Kijun. This is where it closed above it. So you would want to
Okay.
get out right here.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
your answer wasn't wrong. You could wait for the TK cross, but it could have flew up by now. So we don't want to take that chance. We want to get out as soon as possible. So say if we got in here and we closed out here, you literally made right there. That's an 8% trade, and that's 498 pips.
Okay. That's decent.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. That's not bad at all. Solid market. The only thing is we're trying to figure out, we're trying to stay as calm as possible and ride the market as long as possible. The other place that we could get out, if we were looking at price action alone, we would have definitely got out in here or here. More likely here because this was market was getting closer to equilibrium. Here, not so much because the market's still out of disequilibrium, so you could still hold it. And then right here is definitely where you would have want to close out profits for even more profit than before. So if we got in at that point to this point here, you would have made 12.98% and gained 734 pips versus 400 and whatever we had said. So this is why it's important to read Ichimoku lines, especially if you're already in a trade. Remember, Ichimoku likes to make you as much profit as possible, especially if it's in a trending market. And another thing you could do, you know, exit the market if the Kijun goes flat. So you have different options to play with. You could exit the market at price action. You could exit the market at flat Kijun, or you could exit the market at for a TK cross, or when price breaks both the Tinkerson and the Kijun. So you have 4 options when it comes to a trending market. So Miss Chanel, good job. Miss Chanel picked the next person.
Who didn't get picked yet?
I'm not saying you just pick.
Ruan.
Ruan, you're up. So we're gonna finish off with you, Ruan, and we're gonna close class here. So Ruan, you're gonna be the last one. I hope you be paying attention. All right. So I'm gonna have you focus on this area to this area. All right. You entered in up here. Where are you closing and why?
I'd probably start getting a little bit worried when it gets to that key during the first time, which is in like the middle.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
So might partial close and then wait for, you'd get broken there at the end one.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, probably be best closing there when you see it. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting that candle that closes pretty much near your entry again.
Right here, right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I like that. I can't even argue with that because you're right. Because say if you did enter here, that would have been like a slap in the face, really. If you
Yeah.
like right there, and look, it came right back to that one candle.
Yeah.
So I agree. I can see that. Um, okay, I'm not even gonna fight with that one. That was a good argument there. Here is definitely where you could start looking to take out the profit too, because we had a piercing line bearish, and then you had a hammer. So yeah, definitely in this area you would want to get out.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm happy that you did spot that, because that's why I picked this area. I'm like, okay, let's see the trick question. Let's see what they're gonna respond. But that was a good one. That's a good response. Really good response.
Awesome.
All right, so you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close today's session here. Y'all seem like y'all are getting the concept. It's pretty simple. This is, even though this is basic, I tell you guys all the time, basics in Ichimoku will take you guys a long way, a really long way. All right. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close the class here.